In the city of Nocturne, where shadows whispered secrets and danger lurked around every corner, a young vigilante known as Mr. Night Owl prowled the streets. At just 17, Remy had already endured more than most could imagine. His dark past had shaped him into the guardian the city needed, though the path to becoming Mr. Night Owl was anything but straightforward. Remy's journey began when he was 16. He found himself ensnared in a series of harsh polyamorous relationships, manipulated by adults who saw him as nothing more than a tool in their twisted games. These adults often spoke in cryptic and unsettling ways, making Remy feel trapped in a world he couldn't understand and didn't want to be a part of. The emotional manipulation and constant turmoil left scars that ran deep, pushing him towards a path of darkness and introspection. On his 17th birthday, Remy decided he had had enough. Determined to take control of his life, he adopted a new identity, Mr. Night Owl. His outfit was designed to instill fear in the hearts of those who preyed on the innocent. A white skeleton mask covered his face, symbolizing the death of his old self. A black beanie and coat with a green shirt underneath allowed him to blend into the night. Black gloves, pants, and boots completed his ensemble. His dark brown hair and piercing green eyes remained visible, a reminder of the young man behind the mask. As Mr. Night Owl, Remy roamed the city's rooftops, using his agility and cunning to outmaneuver criminals. He had no superpowers, but his keen intellect and relentless training made him a formidable opponent. Each night, he confronted the darkness within himself as he fought to protect the city he had come to call home. One evening, while perched atop an abandoned building, Mr. Night Owl overheard a conversation between two shady figures below. They spoke of a human trafficking ring operating in the shadows of Nocturne, preying on the vulnerable and the desperate. The memory of his own manipulation and exploitation fueled his determination to stop them. Tracking the traffickers required patience and skill. Mr. Night Owl followed their every move, gathering evidence and learning their routines. He discovered that the ring was led by a man known only as the Spider, a master manipulator who thrived on control and deception. The Spider's lair was hidden beneath an old warehouse on the outskirts of the city, a labyrinthine network of tunnels and rooms where victims were held captive. The night of the raid, Mr. Night Owl moved with the precision of a predator. He disabled the guards silently, using a combination of martial arts and stealth. His green eyes glinted in the darkness as he made his way deeper into the lair, each step bringing him closer to the Spider. In the final confrontation, Mr. Night Owl faced the Spider in a dimly lit chamber. The air was thick with tension as the two adversaries circled each other. The Spider taunted Remy, attempting to manipulate him as so many had done before. But Remy was no longer a helpless victim. He had become a force of justice, driven by the pain and anger of his past. With a swift and decisive strike, Mr. Night Owl incapacitated the Spider, freeing the captives and dismantling the trafficking ring. As the authorities arrived to take the criminals into custody, Remy slipped back into the shadows, his mission accomplished. Though the city of Nocturne remained a place of darkness and danger, its citizens found hope in the mysterious vigilante who protected them. Mr. Night Owl was a symbol of resilience and justice, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, one could rise above and fight for what was right. As Remy stood atop a building, gazing out over the city he had sworn to protect, he knew his battle was far from over. But he also knew that he would never again be a victim of manipulation and control. He was Mr. Night Owl, and he would continue to be the watchful guardian Nocturne needed.